is first of all to talk about determinism. And there are two main reasons why I would like to add that point to this conversation. The first one is to assure that when talking of the relation between technology and body, we are talking of a relation on one side of dependency, and that's why I think that determinism is a key aspect when discussing this relation. And on the other side, a relation of increased control of technology over the body and parts of our body over a certain use of technologies. If we look at the story of technology, we see that control mechanisms using the body to assess and manipulate certain types of technologies have always been a key aspect when discussing the evolution of technologies. Nowadays, this dependency assumes the other side of the equation. What I mean is that these mechanisms of control and dependency have turned to the side of the body instead of the side of the technology. What I mean is that we are no longer using our body to control and manipulate different types of technologies and using them in a functionalist manner to execute certain tasks or certain types of performances. What we are doing is that we are assuming our body is being manipulated or is dependent on the use of certain technologies. We have very simple examples of this. We can talk of the mobile phone as a technology that made our body dependable in terms of talking at a distance. We can look at the keyboard on the computer as a technology that made our body dependent in terms of writing and so forth. So determinism in this sense means not the traditional example of determinism as a describer of the way that we understand technologies as a function of our human nature, but on the other side as an example of how technology is assuming control over certain and specific functions of our body. I would say that that is probably the most interesting aspect to discuss when talking of the relation between the technology and the human body. On the other side, and besides this determinism, in understanding this relation, we can talk of a social function of the technology in relation with the body. By this I mean that nowadays technologies are seen as part of our daily lives. They have a pervasive nature that involves all aspects of human nature, and by this I mean that we are facing what I would call the mediatized reality, where all functions of the human body and of the human nature, namely the social ones, are institutionalized via these different uses of technologies. So in conclusion, I would say that these two features, on one side, the deterministic nature of the relation between the body and technologies, and on the other side, the mediatized nature of our society, make this a highly dependable relation and a relation that has to be questioned in the future.